name is Chioma Isiadinso, CEO of Expartus. I wanted to spend a few minutes today talking about the recommendation letters. So the first thing to think about is to recognize that the admissions board really places a high value on the recommendation letters. So they are extremely important. From the perspective of the admissions board, it is a third party's endorsement. It is somebody else saying that you are excellent, you are truly impressive. So going beyond what your essays have talked about. So they are important. So make sure you take the time to prepare recommenders effectively and choose the right recommenders to write reference letters that really allow the admissions board to understand who you are in context. So that leads me to my second point. Make sure that you prepare your recommendation writers, because here's a classic example. I just received a request from an intern of mine who asked me, Chioma, please write a recommendation letter for me. And that was it. And I found myself struggling. I didn't quite know, while I think so highly of her, I think she's fantastic, she hadn't given me much of a context for the kind of job she's going for and what characteristics the job would really value, and elements that I should really highlight as I hone in on examples of the work she's done for me. Because while I think very highly of her, it's very important that I pick the right set of examples to really make her stand out in the context of what the job she's applying for is looking for. The same thing applies for business school. So as you approach your recommendation writers, you want to make sure that you give them a context for the school that you're applying to, what the school values. So a school like Stanford, you want to highlight things about taking initiative, stepping out of your comfort zone, innovation, your creativity, things like that. And then don't stop there. Make sure you give them examples. Remind them of the work you did for them that reinforces the characteristics that you wish to highlight about your brand. And so that's extremely important, that you give your recommenders a reference point so that they understand more about how to really sell you. So while they might be brand champions and want to say positive things about you, you need to give them really good guidance so that they can actually hone in on exactly what it is about you that really stands out. And then finally, recommendations that are really important, really effective I should say, are the ones that are filled more with examples, concrete examples. So make sure your recommenders understand that using adjectives and descriptors to describe you, while that's fine, what's more important is that they emphasize the verbs, the action, the things that you did, and they can use moments in time and concrete examples to point out, how you stepped up in a particular situation where there was a lot of chaos or incredible problem on the team, and you stepped up and you were able to smooth things over, to talk about your leadership and your ability to stay calm under stress, or it is your creativity and innovative mind in terms of tackling a project where you came up with an unexpected solution that nobody was thinking about, and how you took initiative to do that and were able to create value from that output. So the three things, again, just to revisit them, is first, recognize that the recommendation letters are extremely important, especially with dealing with the MBA admissions process. Admissions board members pay very close attention to them. Secondly, you want to make sure that you give your recommenders appropriate preparation so that they are well versed on the schools you're applying to and how you're positioning yourself and what things to really highlight about the work they've done with you. And then finally, make sure that they focus in on the right set of examples and that they can back it up. Right, so I hope you feel a lot more clear on how to approach your recommendation letters. I will be talking a lot about different aspects of the application, and we'll certainly revisit this topic of references and what goes into it. All right, have a wonderful day, and looking forward to our next video. Take care.